what do you think is, I would say, the biggest shift that fans are really asking for today? So maybe there are some key features that they would like to see right now.
I think the most important thing in sports is low latency, which you mentioned earlier, and that is driven by gambling. So if your bet, I don't gamble, so I'm going to use the wrong terminology, but if your bets aren't taking place in a timely manner in sync with the content, then we're going to lose Gen Z, because from the research that we've done at Swerve, more than 35% of Gen Z is gambling while watching sports. And to put that in context, I think some people in our industry think Gen Z is still in college, but Gen Z really ranges from age 16, 17 to 28, 29 right now. So I think if in terms of the biggest feature that has the most to make or break a platform or an event, it's really latency, because you'll have a lot of upset people if their sports betting isn't going according to plan. That's my opinion.
I would say I agree with that. I think we also have to focus, you kind of mentioned how they're betting as they're watching. I just think something else we need to be thinking about is the attention span of a lot of these viewers. That has obviously shifted over time with different generations, because it's not only how people are consuming their content, but it's also the constant distractions that are in the world that we have. Like, for me, I love Penn State. I want to watch every single play. Granted, this weekend was really hard to watch every single play. But, I'm constantly, looking at my TV screen, looking at my phone, looking at my kids for something, back to my TV. It's a constant distraction that we're trying to work through. So another piece that I would say to just, maybe not a feature, but just a way of viewing is how things are monetized. Because right now, when I'm being distracted and I get that 2-minute ad break, that is my perfect invitation to turn my brain off from that screen and focus on everything else going on. And advertisers know this, right? They know they're losing the viewer right when that ad starts. So, we're seeing these in-stream ads, the shift of in-stream ads coming into play, because it's taking these moments and aligning with what's happening on the screen versus taking you out of the game. And it's giving the chance for the fans to stay more engaged, and advertisers win when it's more engaged. We've seen from our end, from Transmit, where these in-stream ads are outperforming the traditional ad breaks in return on, whether it's return on ad spend, better brand recall, because we're taking these memorable moments and being able to monetize on those. So in a time where there are Gen Z and other generations gambling, changing their brains, all the features are at their fingertips, we need to keep their attention where it starts. It starts with the game. Let's have their eyes on glass while we're monetizing and keep that attention at the focus.
Yeah, and to your point, obviously, it's not just Gen Z
True.
that is gambling. I didn't mean to say that they're the only ones doing it, but big moments, important moments, sharing those on social quickly, I think that is a type of personalization. If we assume that everyone's using one or more additional screens besides the one that they're watching the event on, I think that making the most of those moments, whether it's for advertising purposes, for attention purposes, to drive discovery while a great game is being played or a great competition is happening, the ability to drive discovery and a need to drive discovery when there are so many other options is one way to think about personalization. And I think that's probably not how we tend to think about personalization, but making sure that you're in front of the fan wherever that fan is, whether it is on social or on the platform where they're watching your game, is very important. And I think we'll see more integration there as we move forward.